you say here? 5.1, 2 marks?
The vertical asymptote.
Yeah, let's start with the vertical one. Yeah, will you say?
X minus 3 is 0.
X minus 3 is equaling to 0. Okay.
And then X equals to 3.
X is going to be 3. Okay, we'll get 1 mark for this one. Okay, let's get the
And
other one then.
Y, and then
Y
is 2.
Y is going to be equal to 2. Ne? And then
Yes.
we got our 2 marks. Now, the next question, they say, determine the x-intercept of f. So we're using f still. Ne? What will be the x-intercept of f?
We must calculate.
5.2. Okay, let's do that.
Y must be 0.
So we'll put 0 is going to be equaling to 4 all over x minus 3
Plus 2.
plus 2. Yeah. Okay, then what should I do here?
We must transpose the 2 to the other side.
Okay, I take 2, it becomes minus 2, ne? Which is going to be 4 all over x minus 3. Okay, what do you do from here?
You cross multiply.
Okay, we are going to cross multiply. If we cross multiply, we have minus 2, x minus 3, which is going to be 4. Okay, what's the next thing that you'll do here?
We divide by minus 2.
So we divide by minus 2, we divide by minus 2 again. And then
Yes.
minus 2 and minus 2, they are going to divide each other out. You are left with x minus 3,
Minus
which
3
is going to be
minus 2.
minus 2. Okay, what do you do from here?
You transpose the minus 3 to the other side.
Okay, and then what do you get?
Positive 1.
So x is going to be 1 again. Okay, then you will get 3 marks here. So it's going to be 1, simplification, and then the answer. Okay, we're going to 5.3. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, in 5.3, they say determine the y-intercept. How would you do that one then?
I substitute 0 for x.
So you are going to have y, which is going to be equaling to 4 all over 0 minus 3 plus 2. Okay, and then what do you get?
2 over 3.
You get 2 over 3.
Yes.
So you get 2 all over 3. And then for this one, it's 2 marks. Okay? For putting 0 here, will give you 1 mark. And then for the answer, will also give you 1 mark. Are you still fine?
Yes.
Okay, they say we should take the following information again. We are going to sketch the graph of f of x again, and the graph of g of x on the same set of axes, showing clearly all the intercept with the x-axis and any asymptotes. Okay, we're going to start with f, since we already got the information of f. Ne? Let's come and plot it here then. Again, we start with the asymptotes. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, give me your asymptotes. Vertical line.
I mean, I forgot them.
Okay, let's come and check here. What are the vertical line? So they said x is 3. So we have x is 3, y is 2.
The horizontal one is 2.
Okay, let's start with this one, the one of the vertical one. So we'll come and say here, x is 3 again. And then here you just put a dotted line. Okay, we have this one, dotted line. Okay. And then you are saying the horizontal one, what did you get? Y is 2. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, we got our y is 2, sure. And then somehow you have a point of intersection between these two again. And then what is the point of intersection here?
3 is 2, 2.
3 goes with 2. Ne? Okay. Now that we got this, let's put the x and the y intercept again. Your x-intercept is 1. Ne?
Yes.
So let's come and put the x-intercept here. We'll say x-intercept is 1. So here we'll come and shade, which here we have the x-intercept, which is 1. And then your y-intercept. What is your y-intercept? It's 2 all over 3. Okay, what is 2 over 3 like in decimals? Let's put that. So we have
0.67.
2 divided by 3. You're saying it's 0.67. Okay.
Yes.
So 0.67, you expect it to be somewhere here again.
Mm.
Sure. And then now we're going to take this information and put it on our table again. Now already we can see which we are supposed to have one graph on the first and then one graph on the third again. Because we already have one on the third. If one is on the third, the other one should be on the first. Unless there's a restriction again.
Yes.
Okay, how do I put it on my calculator here so that I can get the shape of this thing?
You press mode.
So I should go to mode, yeah.
And then option, table.
Table, it's 7 here, okay. And then we put this thing in.
Exactly
okay, here,
as it is. Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to have 4 all over alpha x minus 3. Ne? And then it says plus 2 and then equals 2. And then on g of x, we're not going to put anything on g of x. Like we do them one by one separately, ne? So that we don't confuse ourselves. Okay. They're asking us which way do we want to start. Where do you want to start? Come and check here on the Cartesian plane. Where should we start?
-1.
So you can start at -1. -1 includes the orange dots. Okay, let's start with -1. So we're going to start at -1. Okay, where do you want to end?
At 4.
You can end, usually I would say let's include 3 values after the vertical line, Jane. So let's say 4, 5, 6. Let's put it at 6. Because agree here we don't have, like you'll see, chances are we are not going to have any x-intercept, any y-intercept. So we need at least 3 points that will give us the shape, like the exact shape. So let's just put 3 values after the vertical line, and then we can put 3 values before the vertical line. Okay, so we end at 6. Step it's 1, it's fine. And then you have your calculator so that you assist me plotting this thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then it gives us the following. We have -1, which goes with 1 again. So we'll start with that one.
Yes.
I have -1, which goes with 1. This is the first one. And then what is the second one that you have?
0 and 0.67.
0.6. Oh, so this one is the gauge of the y-axis again. So we can connect these two here and say, okay, this one and this one, we're going to connect them. Okay, what else?
1 and 0.
We have 1 and 0, so we can have dot number 3 here. Okay, so this is the third one. Okay, what else can we have?
2 and -2.
2 and -2 is this one here. And then we can connect this one also. And then we can say it's approaching from this line. After the 3, it says error.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have 3, which says error. So we approach the error. And then we're also going to approach this error here. The green one, and then also approach it from this side. Okay, so this is the first one that we got. Okay. Let's go to 4. What do you get for 4?
4 goes with 6.
Okay, we can say 4 goes with this one here, which is 6. Okay, 4, 6. And then what do we have for 5?
4.
We have 4. And then what do we have for 6?
3.3.
We have 3,3, which is somewhere here. Ne? And then if you come and connect the dots here, and then you'll say this thing is approaching, and then it's also approaching from this side. It doesn't touch this one here. Remember, we can't touch this one again. And then we have our f of x now. So this is f of x. They said we should show all these things here. So we have the intercepts, we have the asymptotes. Okay? Now let's put g of x here. What do you have as g of x? We need g of x now, so that we can draw it. We have
it's x plus 2.
It's x plus 2. Ne? Yeah, so if you say you have g of x, a straight line, you just need 2 points, and then you connect them, and then you're done. So you have x plus 2 again. Now, if you get the x-intercept of this one here, I think you are going to say 0 is going to be equal to x plus 2. Ne? And then you take this 2 to this other side again. And then what you get?
X is -2.
You get x is equal to 2.
-2.
X is equal to -2. Ne? Okay, so this is the x-intercept. We'll come and plot it. So x-intercept, we have x is -2. Here it is. And then this one is g of x. Again. Remember, this one is f of x. Let me write it so that you remember. So this one here, it's f. So this represents f. Okay, after getting the x-intercept, we also need the y-intercept. What is going to be the y-intercept here?
The y-intercept is going to be 0 plus 2.
And then what you get as your y-intercept?
2.
2. Okay, we'll come and put it here to say, okay, now we have 2 again. And then these are the 2 dots that we're going to need to draw a straight line. For us to draw a straight line, we just need to connect these 2 dots here. Let me try it again. So if you connect these 2 dots, let me go straight from the dots here. So if you connect these 2 dots here, this is what you are going to have. And then I can also extend it from this side here. And then this thing here will continue, and then it's also going to continue. And then we'll say with this one here, it's g of x. Okay, team, we are done drawing. The next question says, which we are going to talk about the x-coordinate of the point of intersection of f and g. Calculate the x-coordinate of the point of intersection of these 2 graphs. Now, these two graphs, they intersect on 2 points. We just want the x-coordinates, not the x and the y. We just want the x-coordinate of these 2 things where they intersect. Okay, let's do that then. How would you do that then?
I would equate the 2 graphs.
So you are going to equate these 2 graphs again. And then that one is 5.5.
Yes.
So on 5.5, you want to say 4 all over x minus 3 is going to be equaling to
Plus 2.
X plus 2. Ne? Oh, plus
No,
2,
you
sorry
forgot.
about that. Plus 2. Ne?
Yes.
Plus 2, which is going to be equaling to x plus 2. Okay, okay, what should I do here, Jane?
You transpose.
So I'm going to take this one to the side. Ne?
Yes.
And then we have 4 all over x minus 3, which is going to be equaling to, agree 2 minus 2, they are going to give us 0. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, what is the next thing that you'll do here?
Cross multiply.
Okay, we cross multiply, we have 4, which is going to be equaling to x minus 3. And then what is the next thing that you'll do from here?
I FOIL.
You'll FOIL. This one multiplied by this one, it gives us 4
X squared.
is equaling to x squared. Ne?
X squared plus 3x. Minus
this one
3x.
multiplied by, yeah, okay, minus 3x. And then
I
if we
transpose
4 to the side, ne? It says we have x squared minus 3x minus 4 is going to be 0. Ne?
Yes.
And then we factor. Ne?
Yes.
X. What are going to be your factors?
Minus 4 plus 1.
We have minus 4 plus 1. It says x is going to be 4 again. Or
minus 1.
X is going to be minus 1. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is what they wanted here. And then we'll get our 4 marks here. Where would you get your 4 marks? Equating these 2, you'll get 1 mark. And then putting it in a standard form, you'll get 1 mark. Factorizing, and then for both answers, you'll get 1 mark. Where would I get them?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1. So things that are less than 3, they are at number 1. Okay, they are saying on number 1, go and look at these 2 graphs. Remember, this is the graph of f of x again. And then this is the graph of g of x. Now they are saying, go and tell us a situation whereby f of x, I can write it here, another way in which they can ask this question, f of x is going to be less than g of x. Now, in other words, less than, it's below. We want f of x to be below g of x. So f of x should be below and then g of x should be above. So we're just going to look for that instance whereby f of x is below and then g of x is above. Let's come and check here. Do we have an instance like that? I get this one here. It's this one is g of x. Black is g of x. Okay? And then the purple one, it's f of x. So what do we want in? We want a situation whereby g of x, f of x is
above.
g of x, f of x is below, and then g of x is above. So we want the purple one to be below the black one. Does it make sense? Now look at this one here. Agree, we are looking for f of x is less than g of x. I'm saying in other words, this thing simple term. We are looking for f of x is below g of x. So where is f of x going to be below g of x? Agree, g of x is above here. Another way to think of it is that g of x is above. Look at here. G of x is above again. And then what is f of x? F of x is below. Can you see that again?
Yes.
Above, below. You see that again? Above, below. Above, below. Until you get to the point of intersection. After a point of intersection, what is happening now?
F of x is above.
F of x is above again. And then g of x is what?
Is below.
That's not what we're looking for, Tina. We are looking for f of x to be below, and then f of x should be what? Should be above. So we are going to tell them what that thing is going to happen here. So we'll come and highlight which way is it going to happen. It's going to take place starting from here. It starts from here with this thing here. Okay? And then it ends here. So it's going to start from here, and then it's going to end here. Now, the next thing that you want to do here is to talk about what are the x values that are making this to be possible. All these x values, they are making that to be possible. Again.
Yes.
-1, 0, 1, 2, 3, we can't include it because 3 is an asymptote. Again.
Yes.
And then how do you write this thing here mathematical? How are you going to write it here? You can write it as x is an element. I guess they just said less than, they didn't say less or equals to. Ne? So we're going to use the curve bracket here. We can say which x is an element from, starting from -1. So x is going to be an element from -1. And then what did this thing stop happening? It stopped happening at the asymptote. Okay? What is our asymptote there?
3.
It's 3. Okay, based on what I just said here, guys, let's say what the question was changed. They said to you f of x is greater than g of x. What should you tell me then? What will be your solution for that one? I get f of x is greater than, it means which is above. Ne? Okay. And then let me also put the statement of saying x should be less than 3 so that we make it a little bit simple. So that we concentrate only on one part. What are going to be the x values that are making that to be possible? Where does that happen?
-1 until -infinity.
Yeah, but Jane, we start from the negative infinity. So we're going to say which here x is going to be an element from negative infinity. I think we can always start from the smallest again. And then we're going to start from the negative infinity up until to what? -1. Now, if they said greater or equals to Jane here, if they said greater or equals to here, this bracket, you can't touch infinity. It was still going to be a curved bracket. Ne? But when you get to this side here, you're going to use this one here of a square bracket. Because one we are going to include x -1 again. And then it cuts f at P and Q. Write down the coordinates of Q. So they gave us the coordinates of F. Ne? The only thing that we're looking for, Tinamanja, are the coordinates of Q. What are going to be the coordinates of Q? In other words, we're going to do it exactly the way you did this one here, Jane. The one of 5.5. So let me bring in table to assist us with that one. So we'll say 4 all over x minus 3 plus 2 is going to be equal to x minus 1. And then table, what should I do first here?
Transpose.
So I'm going to take this 2 to this other side again. It says I have 4 all over x minus 3, which is going to be x minus 1 minus 2. And then what should I do from here, table?
Like terms, Mr. Gam.
Okay, these two are like terms. Ne?
Yes.
They are going to give us what, these two like terms?
-3.
Okay, I'll put -3 here. Okay, what should I do next, table?
Cross multiply.
Okay, we're going to have 4, which is going to be equaling to x minus 3, x minus 3. Okay, what should we do from here?
4.
This one multiplied by this one. Okay, what do you get?
X squared
X squared, this one and this one,
minus 3x
this one and this one.
minus 3x.
So it gives us minus 6x, okay? And then this one and this one,
Yes.
it gives us plus 9.
Positive.
Okay, what should we do from here, Tebogo?
Transpose 4.
And then we're going to have x squared minus 6x. 4 is negative. When it gets this side, it's going to become what?
It's positive, miss.
Oh, 4 is positive. When it gets to this side, it's going to become negative, okay? And then we're going to have
Yes.
plus 5, ne? Equaling to 0. Okay, let's factorize this then, Tebogo. What are you going to have there? X is to x again. And then we
Yes.
have minus 5 minus 1. Minus 5 and minus 1, they're going to give us minus 6 again. And then we have x is 5. We have x is 1. We already used 1. Remember, they told us which point P is 1 and 0. Ne? So we just want to get what is
Yes.
going to be Q. Q is the one which has 5. So you have y, which is going to be equaling to, you substitute here. It says you have 5 minus 1. What is 5 minus 1?
4.
4. Then Q is going to be given as 5, which goes with what? With 4. And then that's it for question 5, guys.